you support today?
No, the DREAM Act is way too expansive and broad, and it's really filled with so many loopholes. I think this should be handled at the state level. Let each state decide how it's going to handle those kids who came up through its school system. We had a bill in Arkansas. It didn't pass, but it was one I supported. If a kid had been there for his entire school career and ended up being an honor graduate or had made the academic success, it wouldn't be that he'd get anything automatically. He would simply be able to qualify for the same scholarships that anyone else would qualify for, but it did not give him any special benefits, and it certainly didn't go up to age 35, for heaven's sakes. That's absurd. Plus, you had to have been in the state schools for a minimum of 4 consecutive years. There were a lot of provisions that were different, and frankly, some states won't want to do that. That's fine. I think this ought to be a state issue, not a federal issue, and then most importantly, it ought not to be so broad. There should be some provision if a person is going to, let's say a person came here at 6 years. We actually had a case. A kid came at age 6, spent his entire, came at 4. His entire kindergarten through 12 was in our schools. He was the valedictorian of a high school with 2,200 students, large high school. And, the question was, should he be able to qualify, not for a special deal, but simply be able to go as an in-state student? And it seemed to me that it was better to have this kid go on and become successful. The idea that he would have to apply for and achieve citizenship. But here's again the point. It's not the DREAM Act. I don't think it's a good idea the way it's written, but the timing of it. My gosh, we've got 9.6% unemployment. The small business owners are afraid to hire anybody because they have no idea what's going to happen to the tax cuts and whether they're going to be faced with a huge tax increase next year. And we've got Harry Reid talking about the DREAM Act. He's the one dreaming, but he's dreaming about something that is a nightmare for the rest of Americans who are unemployed.
I mean, we could talk forever about this issue, and look, you tried to get that through in Arkansas. It did not pass. I think just to be perfectly brutally honest, I don't think anyone wants any part of this right now, Governor, for the obvious reasons, because I think a lot of folks are seeing 2.1 million new Democratic voters, and to allow people who are here illegally to go on to become American voters, and I'm sorry, that is jumping in the head of the line of all the people who are still in Mexico or Guatemala who are waiting to come in here. And I think just where we are right now, that for Republicans to be sitting on the sidelines or not be advocating for this cutting spending, it's just the wrong way to go. And I don't think it's going to build a base. But look, you're right up there. I'm looking at the latest poll.